feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand, and I will call upon your name, and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours. You are your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. My feet may fail and fear surrounds me. You've never failed, and you won't stop now.
First thing will probably be her ability to listen, and to listen well, and to listen with God's heart, so that when I'm sharing, I really feel like she really wants to know, like when I'm actually like talking about, she's not just listening for the sake of listening, she's listening for the sake of understanding and for empathizing with me, and then talking to me through God's heart.
One of my favorite things about Lacey is her laugh, because it's genuine, it's unique, and you always know it's Lacey. And when she laughs, you know the difference in her laughs, like you can tell the moods that she has in her laughs. But when it's a genuine, happy laugh, it makes the entire room erupt in laughter and smiles. That's my favorite.
Say it would be when we got to I got to lead worship with you over at for Bryce Measure's wedding, and I was so completely nervous because it was my first time to ever like sing with you, and it was super. I didn't know who I was, and I didn't know what I was doing, but you made me feel so comfortable and so wanted and so needed, and so from there on, I just really appreciated your friendship. You always seem to do that for me and make me and Catherine comfortable and help us relate and help us understand. And thank you.
You got a booger.
One of my favorite things about Lacey when I think about her is a conversation we had after we knew each other a little while, when she tells me when she first saw me when I was singing in Legacy in chapel one year, and I had my green outfit on and my big bow in my hair. It was just so funny how she just recognized me. She knew I was maybe going to be in her life or maybe going to be different.
All right, Stephanie, I need to know one of your favorite things about Lacey.
Favorite thing about Lacey is playing nerds. We became roommates. We would have our game nights because Lacey and I were the only two that really loved game nights. And during the game nights, we found out Lacey cussed a lot. So it was very funny. And I think it was our bonding moment. I think it was great. Everything was all out, fun games, competitiveness. It was great. And I loved it.
Awesome. Lacey cussing is your favorite part.
Yes.
Lacey is just brave and courageous, and that's what I see in her when I first saw her leading worship on Thursday night. I can only hope that one day I'm as brave as her as she steps into this next area of her life, as she takes on this adventure of not knowing, of just hearing the Lord say go, and you go, and she goes, you go, she's going. So she's just beautiful, and she's mighty, and she's encouraging, and she's strength, and she's leaving behind so much in all her friends, and we're all now family, and so there's nothing bad I can say about Lacey. She is a mighty woman of God, and I'm forever grateful that I have a friend in her, and I know I have a friend in her, and a sister in her, and a strength in her that I can always go to.
Well, when I was thinking, one of the first thoughts that popped into my mind was that you are a good listener and a good understander, and you never interrupt with your own ideas until the thought's already finished or the idea is already done, so that you can fully understand and give good advice that's helpful, and you're not biased, and you always do what's right and what's moral and noble, and still justification. Like, you still justify everything. It's able to be justified, and it's not. It's still strong, but it's not overbearing.
One of the many favorite things about Lacey is her genuineness and the way that she is just like the solid, just so rooted in truth and just so deep in truth. And I love that even when I have no idea what's going on or I feel like the world is spinning around me, that Miss Lacey has a way of bringing things back to the truth. And I so enjoy the adventures that we've had, mainly since you've graduated.
I'd like to accomplish having that in like my repertoire of personality traits, to be strong yet not overbearing, and still be sweet but not be able to be walked all over, and still be a woman but not feminist. So I think you're the perfect combination of everything that a woman should want to be. And so I'm glad that I've gotten the time to know you. I love you, and from a future fellow Canadian.
One of my favorite things about Lacey is her open-heartedness and willing to answer any question, no matter what. Because I could throw anything at her and then she'll come back with something mind-blowing. It's pretty awesome, especially about worship, which is a big thing for me, obviously, as well.
My favorite memories is going and getting ice cream sandwiches at Clydeburn Park and trying to eat them as fast as they would melt, but not spilling them in the car and ending up with them all over our faces. And so, Lacey, we love you so much, and we're definitely going to miss you more than you can know or imagine. So thank you for the way that you embrace us all with your life and your joy and your beauty. So, we love you, Lacey.
We've never really talked about it, but our hearts really align with worship, and I feel like everything that Lacey has said having to do with worship, I've just been like, oh, yes. But anyway, I've always been a major fan from the sidelines. I didn't get to know Lacey as well as I would have wanted to. Not that we don't have a lifetime, in the future and beyond. But as much as I did get to know Lacey, she's kind of become a big sister to me. Not a knock on how old you are or anything like that. Just the way things have worked out. And I've always really respected Lacey as a person and as a worshiper, as a follower of God, as a sister, everything. You inspire me in everything you do. And I'm so excited for you in the Great White North and living in the hometown, fun fact, of 2 Dallas Stars players, which I might have to come creep on with you. Anyway, I'm excited for what you're going to be doing in Canada and wherever else you end up, and I'm excited to be a part of it in any way I possibly can, in prayer or in person.
Well, it took me a while to figure out what I was going to say, because I've heard everyone else and I know how amazing you are, Lacey, and so everything that we can all talk about. But I did think about one of my favorite things to do with you is every time that I see you to run and jump on you, and you always catch me, you always brace yourself and you always catch me, and I mean, that's just a fun thing in itself. But then I started thinking about how that's true for anything. Anytime I need you, anytime anyone needs you, you're always there, you're always a good, solid person to come to ask for advice, and you're bold in what you say in your response, and I know that you always pray for us whenever we ask you to, and I just really appreciate that, and I know that it's going to continue. I know this isn't goodbye forever, but it is really sad to see you go, and I am going to miss you a whole lot, and I love you a whole lot, and thanks for my nickname. I remember that you gave that to me, and it has stuck not only with you, but a lot of other people, so I like it. Thank you. I love you, Lace.
Lacey, I just love your warm heart. I was so blessed to meet you when I first came down here, and you made me feel so welcome. I love that we are both Northerners and that we have our Northern language together and that you understand me. I'm just so blessed that we got to meet each other, and you are such an inspiration to me in every way. Love you so much.
One of my favorite things is the quality of life that she brings in every single way. Being her roommate is totally spoiled me because every night, like, we're on our phones, whether it's like Tumblr or Instagram or whatever, just like having this just deep well of humor and insight and just who she is, like the indescribable X factor that is Lacey. Just having that all the time has added so much to my life, whether it's like every day or those special moments where you're just like, oh my gosh, like I know this person, like, and it's gonna be one of those people that's just like, I can't believe I know them.
One of my most favorite things about Lacey is her ability to make you feel right at home. It doesn't matter where you are, how long you've known her, day one, she's going to make you feel like she's known you all of your life. And she has an ability to just pull out the best in every single person I know. And just accelerate their growth and development. And I've never seen that before in any person that I know. So.
Just the beauty that resonates in her. I love that because I love beauty, and Lacey is beautiful, and so I just love her. It's really hard not to. Of course, Lacey is synonymous with joy, but beyond that, it's a very relaxed joy. It's a steady joy that doesn't hold expectations or a level of excitement that isn't sustainable throughout a long period of time. It's just a peace-filled joy that comes from just a knowing and a simplicity. So she's got that down pat, and I'm happy to have seen that in everyday life and know that that is a possibility for everybody.
Just the fact that she's just overjoyed all the time, and like you can really see like just like the spirit move in her, and you just look in her eyes and you just know that she's just like she loves people for who they are. And
the one thing that just is always just like that I've seen through you is just like how firm like your firm foundation is in Christ. Like you're so stable like with who God is and with your identity in Christ, and like it's something that like I've struggled with for like a little bit, you know, the past 2 years, and so it's been cool because every time that I have like kind of just been struggling with that, like the Lord just laid you on my heart, and the example that you've set, just through the different things that even you've had to go through.
What Hannah said, plus 10 now. Yeah, my favorite thing about Lace is just she doesn't know a stranger, and she's a friend to anyone, even if she's just met him one time. Just like the first time she met me, it was like we were already friends, and she just does an awesome job of just loving everybody like they are her family and favorite person, and I've never seen anybody else do that like her. And she's awesome in everything that Hannah said.
Times two.
Times two.
I don't know, like I just remember when I first met her, we were sitting at a baseball field and we were watching people play the baseball, and like we sat down next to each other, and she was like the first person that like really like told me, like I asked about her testimony, like she like really told me in detail about like her family and just like what was going on with her foot, and I just think it was just really cool that as she shared all this stuff with me, like you can like look in her eyes and you knew that there was like so much hope and so much joy in her, and I always thought that was like super cool. And I remember on Thursday night worship, when she was like leading worship, she just had her back to everybody, and like she was just looking at the wall, and you can just tell that she was just literally having like her and God time, like heck with everyone else, like it was just her and God, and I just always thought that was really cool.
And also just how you're like the first person that I saw lead worship open to the Holy Spirit. And so I just have to thank you for that, because if it, you're just one of those people that made me think there must be more of God than like what I had inside my little box. And so you're part of the reason my walls were put down, and I got to really just know like the fullness of God. And so I thank you every day for that. But you're awesome, and I love you, and I'm gonna miss you.
I'm so nervous to do this. Lacey, I wish there was words to communicate to you how much of an impact you've had in my life. It's been ridiculous, actually. I really, honestly, I can't pinpoint just one thing about you that has not only changed my life, but everyone around you.
You can't really name one favorite thing about Lacey. The thing that stands out the most is just how easy she laughs. She finds humor and joy in everything, and it's just, Lacey, just the tiniest little things, the way that you laugh, it brings so much joy to the room, and your smile, and just the way that you see everything in such a positive light, it changed the way that I see things. And I'm gonna miss so much the morning talks and the evening talks, coming home and going to work and all that kind of stuff, and just the stupid things that we would laugh about. And I mean, you have just a way of making my heart so happy, and I love you so much for that. So that's my favorite thing about Lacey, I guess. One of my favorite things.
One thing that I think is characteristic of you is that no matter who you're around or where you go or what you do, just an abundance of fruit follows you everywhere you go. I don't know a single person that you haven't impacted. I know for me, when I've been through challenging seasons, you've been one of the people that was there for me, praying for me, encouraging me, that you always spoke the truth to me, whether it was what I wanted to hear or not. And gosh, I can't get over how much God has used you in my life.
I think it's really funny how she gets sunburned after 15 minutes in the sun. And
Oh, thanks. That happens to me too, you know.
and like, I don't know, her voice is just awesome. And it like, I don't know, it's just so cool. Like, she is always so humble about it. And just like, it's all from the Lord. And like, yes, it is, but like, He's given her that talent to just bless people. And it's really cool. And I don't know, she just doesn't realize how, just by like walking into her room, she just blesses everybody. And it's really cool.
Here's the thing. I think my favorite thing about you is that the intimacy you have with God is just contagious. I see it in everything you do. I see how close you are to Him. I hear it in everything you say, that you hear from God, and He shares His secrets with you, and you can be trusted with His secrets because you've just been faithful. And that would be why there's so much fruit in your life. And I just love you. I hate that you're going to be far, but I love that, you can't say that your time in Texas wasn't for a reason, because you've touched 1,000 people's lives, if not more. I love you, Lacey, so, 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 so much.
It's a lot, obviously, it's Lacey. There are a lot of answers to that. Like, I could give you her joy, her peace, who she is to people, who she is to me. And one of the ways, like the way that our friendship began was like, we had porch time, and when she lived in the townhome and I lived in the townhome, we ended up meeting each other at the porch every morning and just sitting out there, like whether it was cold, whether it was hot, we had our blankets, we had our coffee, and we didn't really talk. It was just like just being there with Lacey. Like, that's how our friendship started. Like, that was the foundation. I was just able to be, and she was just able to be. We didn't have to think of anything to talk about. It was just her and I and the Lord, and like the sunrise, like our favorite thing. And I don't know, like that ability to just completely unfold before her and be like, Lace, like this is me, and being so grateful and thankful that she's able to do that with me, and it's an honor to have that as a best friend. So yeah, just being, and then the Lord building on that every time we're together, and the time that's spent with her, it's just like, there's nothing to hide. Like, there's just no filter. It's just Lace, and it's just I, and I don't know if I'm even making sense anymore.
I love how Lacey loves the Lord, and how she loves like the Lord.
You know, I used to wonder, like, does Lacey really feel about me the way I think she does, or is that, like, or does she just love everybody the same way? But the longer that I've known her, the more I realize that each relationship is completely individual and unique, and she's 100% genuine in every way. And I love that I don't have to worry or question whether she loves me with her whole heart, because she does, and I know it. That's why I love Lacey. That's what I love about Lacey.
I just love Lacey. I just love her. She's definitely like one of my most favorite people, and I love that just who she is, and I love that she fights for my heart more than anyone I've ever known, and that she is courageous, and that she is a mother, and that she's strong, and that she's protective.
But yeah, she helps me express myself. She's been that foundation for me with my walk with the Lord, whether before I knew her and as I got to know her. And I'm just excited for whoever else gets to meet her in Canada or spend more time with her. Her family, incredible family, I know. So it'll be good. And I just love her. That's all.
Yeah.
I love that she defends me and she honors me, and she just cares, and I know it, and she's a safe place for me. And I love that I can just be with her, and all we have to do is just be, and we're just friends. Like, there's no agenda. We're just friends, and we just love each other. She's my favorite.
Hugs. Every time I see you, you kind of brace yourself and you squeeze real tight, but you also kind of rock a little bit. And more important than that, your friendship. You have done so much for me in my heart towards friends just in general, and what a friend looks like and how I should treat a friend. And I don't know if you ever understand the impact you've had on my life. Laura and I both. You've been there for both of us. You've always supported us. You've always prayed for us and have fought for our time like nobody else. And that means so much to us. We love the time that we got to spend with you. We love the fact that you were in our lives for the last few years. And we're super excited for what's going to come, and we're excited to see what God does in your life there in Canada, and because we know it's going to be good. We know God has big things in store for you, but if you ever want to come back and visit and stay at our house, that's totally fine. You're allowed to do that. We have a guest bedroom for you, but we will miss you. You will be missed, and I love you, and I hope you have a good time there. I hope your family and everybody enjoys your company as much as we did, and that everything will go smoothly. And I love you.
Keep my eyes above the waves. My soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours, and you